smoke there.
Yeah.
We're live? Yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. You know what that means? What does it mean?
What does it mean? It means here we go for another edition of the AEW Dynamite review. And yes, my name is Frank Jofol, and to my left we have Selecta Brew, up top the deluxe package, Alex the Elite. We're here and we're talking AEW, and what a big weekend of AEW action. Controversy, suspensions, title changes, all of it you want in professional wrestling. Is it a work? Is it a shoot? Who gives a shit? Because I'm loving every second of it. But we're going to talk about what happened tonight on AEW Dynamite, and of course what happened on AEW All Out. We are live on YouTube and we are live on Instagram. If you see me on Instagram, come on over to YouTube and check us out. Come chat with us in the chat and talk some shit and tell us how you feel about what's going on in AEW right now. But let's get into the action. Alex, what's going on with AEW, man? What the hell's going on?
A lot going on. The chairs flying, people getting bitten. Like, I don't know anymore. Like,
Well, everybody was speculating up until even halfway through All Out. We were talking here. Wow, Triple H really, after that huge event in the UK, the finish, the fans, everything. How the heck is Tony Khan gonna top that in the tabloids? And well, it may not have been the way he wanted, but AEW All Out by Monday morning up until 8:00 p.m. tonight was anything that everyone was talking about in the wrestling world. And
you know
wow,
what?
wow.
They said it a lot of times. A lot of people didn't pick up on it. They said they want to bring the realism back. They want to make it feel real with real life situations in the world of professional wrestling. And I don't know if it's a good idea to bash, because remember we were complaining about MJF bashing the company. Now it's like it seems every week everyone's doing it. We're joking around about it now. Everybody's doing it, and I don't know if that's somewhere I would want to work, kind of thing. Because if I was a free agent, why would I want to go to a toxic place like that when I'm seeing what's going on in WWE right now with all the what's going on? Everything is beautiful there. And you look at AEW, it's like, what the hell's going on here? But I don't know. Is it a work? Yeah. Is it a shoot? To me, honestly, I couldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? I still sleep the same way at night.
Shout out Wrestling DeLorean, by the way, in the chat.
What's going on, Wrestling DeLorean? Everybody in the chat here on Instagram, if you want to come join us in the chat on YouTube, the link is in our bio. Come check us out. Come chat with us on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to our wonderful channel as well. Alex, what were you saying? Sorry before I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. No, like I was listening and I agree, but like the way I look at it is like all this controversy just like really overshadowed the pay-per-view. Like really what happened All Out, and like really the big takeaway should have been like there were some really great matches on the show. Like we saw a little bit of a follow-up today with the Acclaimed and Swerve in Our Glory. Like that match at the pay-per-view like stole the show. One of the best on the card, and we should be talking about that and MJF's return instead of like I hate to say it, but a freaking old veteran going on a rant at a press conference for no reason.
You said it how many times? We should have booed this guy since day one. Nobody listened to you. And you know what? The guy is a deep down piece of shit. The guy works for...
I love CM Punk as a wrestler.
No. This was just... I loved the past tense CM Punk.
But you're saying that now. Let's give it some time here to see how
This
it
is
develops.
real
because
life
I
here,
was
bro.
my one note I said
There's no fucking
listen,
wrestling
at the end
involved
of this
here.
show. At the end of this show, Moxley's segment included, I noted, I'm like, wow, what a great show without any of the influence of the elites
There
in
you
it.
go.
It
It has nothing to do with the elite, bro.
I'm just saying.
Has nothing to do with the elite.
No, but you don't know what's going on back there. You don't know who's saying what about who. And this guy, he said,
Bro,
he just
CM
said,
Punk
I'm not gonna say something to a guy
went
so
into
someone puts
business
it on.
for
No, listen,
himself.
listen. He has.
That's it.
Listen, if you hear
Point
everyone
out.
talking about you, okay. Because a guy wrote something here and he said something here and everyone's talking about you. He said he waited till he's there in front of everyone.
They're worried about
Like,
other
it's
people
clear- to clear
talking about them now.
To clear
You
the
see how
air.
many times the internet says this, podcasters say this.
Exactly.
But
And-
can I tell you something?
man.
yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Did CM Punk just like start wrestling yesterday? Like he's been wrestling for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? Is the internet new to him?
Yeah.
Like, and what narrative was he creating?
Yeah.
Like honestly, no one was freaking saying it was the elite that created these rumors.
No.
That was just garbage websites that none of the reputable sources was ever claiming that the elite said that he caused Cole Cabana to potentially get fired, and then Tony Khan had to rehire him.
He didn't have to say
rehire
that.
him.
He didn't have to say any
Exactly.
of
He
that.
just went on a rant. He was pissed. He was injured.
And he
was
went on
already
a
injured at
rant
that point.
after winning the AEW title. That's the best part.
Yeah.
And then he, it's like you said. Does he know the internet has been invented for fucking how many fucking years? He's been
Exactly.
involved.
Well,
So
fuck.
he did the same
It's not
fucking
new.
thing in a WWE. People praised him. Sorry, people praised him. And now he did the same fucking thing in AEW, and now he's a fucking idiot. There
Well,
you go.
Yeah.
that being said,
being said.
someone that you got to give props to, because I was on the fence about these post pay-per-view scrums. Tony Khan, man, listen.
You
He's
think
putting
he
out-
did it on purpose? We
No,
think he
no,
wanted
no,
to
no,
jeopardize his fucking
No.
company
No,
like
he
that?
didn't.
Before
Come
you
on,
scream
bro.
at me, he didn't do that. I'm saying by doing these things, but he literally started the company and just putting out every piece of content he can. He's doing TV, he's doing YouTube, he's doing podcasts, he's hitting everything, right? And now instead of having all the rumor mills and other people getting post-show shoot interviews, it's like, let me get this content now, fresh, live, it'll live forever. And you never know what'll happen. And I'm just saying that, you know
Yeah.
what?
Well, there you
doing
go.
something
That's
outside
what
the
happened.
box like this.
That's what happened.
But what
They're trying to renegotiate a TV contract. You know how big that is. You
But-
think people are
but,
gonna fucking wanna
bro,
be
I
involved
wanna
in
see the
childish,
rating.
stupid
Listen.
games like this?
But listen, drama's
on,
great.
man.
Drama's
Come on,
great, and I
fuck.
was gonna say I feel that they
Get out of the
right
wrestling
now,
thought of,
right now-
all this. This is
Yeah.
No, but this is
stupidity.
what
Exactly. This
drives
is-
the
it's-
people
yeah.
talking about it. This is what you
for
want.
all the
It's
wrong
for the wrong
reasons,
reasons.
bro.
Exactly.
I know,
the
but
wrong
it's all
reasons.
about how you
Yeah.
take the negative and spin it now. It happened, right? It happened. There's nothing you could do. It happened,
Yeah.
right? You okay, it happened. Tony's there. He let it happen, and in his head, he's like, I'm gonna have to fucking do something after this, and then all that shit happened. You know what I mean? He's juggling all that shit, and I'm saying props to Tony, the way they came back tonight, the way it started, the way he made his announcement, and we'll get to all that. I think that we have some fun stuff to look forward to, because honestly, I'm happy about the trios.
it shouldn't be
I'm
this
happy
way.
about the trios title match. It shouldn't be, but it's done.
So
it's done.
Death
is the
Triangle
thing.
wins the trios championships. Do you think they should be happy about that?
We'll talk about that, but we'll get to that. And I was just saying, I was happy to see one of these teams win, because they were all 6 of these guys were there from the beginning, and they deserve something.
That's not what it's all about, though,
I
bro.
felt Trent and I keep forgetting his name again, Chuck Taylor.
Chuck
really
Taylor, yeah.
deserved
Best
something,
friends.
and I really thought they were gonna win it. And so you know,
Yeah.
I know what I mean. As opposed to what we got on Sunday, we knew it was gonna end that
That's
match.
it.
We knew how the
Yeah.
ending was gonna be, and
You think
they won.
you're
And
going to get press passes by talking like this now?
oh, it's my opinion. It's just my opinion. We'll have to be you and be everyone on the internet. Oh, fuck CM Punk.
Yeah,
fuck
if
everyone.
thi- if
Oh,
this
it's out
were-
of,
if this
it's out of
would've been a
control.
WWE
It's out of control.
situation-
I guarantee the ratings tonight are going to be through the roof. Thank God, Savior MJF is back. It looks like, just like how this thing started, who do we have to look to bring it back right now? He said it tonight. Chris Jericho, it's his locker room. He said it tonight. And I'm telling you right now, you even texted me
It's
about
a
it.
loaded statement. for sure.
He's gonna take this ball right now. Like when they started, what got eyes on AEW before they had their first event? It was that Chris Jericho signing. That's what made me see it. Like, what the hell is AEW? And now AEW's in that make or break, let's say. And I think him and a lot of key people now are like, yo, we're gonna step up right now, and we're gonna turn this and really, instead of it being, oh shit, it's all downhill for AEW, it's gonna be no, people that really want to believe are going to see them try harder now. And they're gonna flourish, and I see a lot of comments going on over there. Big Joe really blowing up the chat.
That's a good point.
What's catching your eye there, Alex? What's catching your eye in the chat?
Just a good point that Big Joe made is that maybe Tony Khan should have made the decision, cut Punk's microphone at the press conference. Like, he was very being unprofessional. When you start questioning the integrity and the ability of your EVPs who are also on-air talents, like in front of the CEO, and you cut off the CEO too, like he cut off Tony Khan as well, and he does nothing. It's like, come on. And at the same time as well, at this point, you introduced the trios titles. You might as well just scrap it. Why not?
I'm really thinking that in his head,
wouldn't have been that bad.
In his head, I'm pretty sure he was thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to do something about this now. I'm really sure he didn't think that the three other guys were gonna storm his locker room after, right? I'm pretty sure Tony knew he would have to do some damage control after this, but I'm pretty sure the last thing he was thinking that there was gonna be a backstage brawl.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So. Again, you can't just fucking shoot on Tony. It's all Tony's fault. There's also Tony's fault.
It is Tony's fault.
But it's also Tony's fault that we're talking about AEW and we have an alternative. And there's actually now a competition between companies, which is fueling the wrestling in general. It's great for everything.
Competition.
It sucks that CM Punk did it and they have to do this.
There's $1 billion fucking difference between these companies. There's no competition.
People are talking about the drama of wrestling again. How great is it? Malachi
for all the fucking wrong reasons, bro.
It's not good. This is not positive.
No, man.
You gotta take lemons and make lemonade, my man. And let's get into the lemonade making, because the first glass of lemonade right now is. Make me
laugh, man. Honestly,
MJF comes out.
You're such an ass licker.
MJF comes out with
how do you sleep
a master class.
How do you sleep?
An MJF master class of just really entertaining a crowd.
Man.
Really fucking.
How do you walk around?
What do you mean? Okay, you're coming in.
Sugarcoat everything for fucking everyone's enjoyment. Tell the fucking truth.
Okay, I have to be like everyone on the internet. I know everything. I hate everything. Everything sucks. No, I'm gonna follow that. No, I could think for myself and talk for myself. I enjoyed,
as we could all see here.
I enjoyed how we started off, especially because MJF, knowing he's gonna get cheered in New York, found a way to do that part of kind of fanfare.
Fucking Buffalo. It's not New York.
I know, but whatever.
It's not New York. It's not Long Island. It's not fucking MSG. But it's not fucking the Barclays Center.
Either way, even if he's in Chicago,
he's gonna get cheered either way.
Exactly. But he did the cheesy heel catering to the crowd at the beginning, which was funny, great. But then halfway through, when John Moxley came out, he did the extra turn where he really just fucking turned on them. And really, went harder on the heel, where you don't have to figure out, is he trying to be face or heel, which is obviously a problem. And just to say, I'll throw the ball to you, Alex, here on this before I give it to you. Props to John Moxley for actually saying something, for giving us a promo here. Another one of those guys, as much as I beat him up verbally here on my opinions.
And he could probably beat you up for real in
yes,
real life.
He probably can. But I'm going to give him the props here. He's one of these guys I'm guaranteeing behind the scenes is like, okay, Tony. He even said it. I'm pretty sure it's for real that you're supposed to go on vacation or something. And no, I have to stay now because
we're supposed to be the champion.
Exactly. Everything's fucked. So I got to stay right now and do what I gotta do, and I feel he did a great job.
$6 million a year, you have to fucking. You're getting paid the most money in the company.
And before I give it to Alex, I was just gonna say, props to Moxley. He did a good promo of saying something and really, getting that whole AEW behind him and really putting over what the belt means, trying to without shooting or trying to talk like you know what I mean. He just did a good face of the company type of promo here for Moxley. Get everyone riled back up, knowing that everything's all fucked up.
It's either going to be him or Jericho, one of the two. Those are the guys, or Daniel Bryan.
We're going to get to, and all three of those guys, as we're going to say, stepped up tonight, which is beautiful. So, Alex, anything in this promo? Do you like it? What's going on? Do you share my sentiment?
No, I do actually. I agree that this was the right promo, both from MJF and John Moxley. I was going to say CM Punk. We don't mention his name on this broadcast anymore. But it was the right sentiment to share. It kind of almost felt like they wanted to go into a reset AEW. Like, it was the right move to do. What I'm thinking is that purposely not mentioning the Elite and CM Punk's names just want to touch upon Tony Khan's promo just prior to that, announcing the titles being vacated, that it was a good choice to just like try to move forward instead of like, we all know what's happening. We all have the internet. We all have Twitter. We all have Instagram. At least the people that really are invested in this, that really matter, that really care about this. Sorry. We all know what's going on. We don't need to be told that, oh, CM Punk is champion, we're stripping him of the title. Just forward. Don't look back, and let's just like have a great wrestling show and move forward with the company instead of like having all this baggage weigh down and hurt the rest of the show. So I thought that was really good. And you have John Moxley coming out, to me, kind of like the role, I would say, of I don't want to say like, yeah, like team captain, but it's kind of like, you know, like, I don't know if this is a good comparison, but you remember when the pandemic started and we had Cody Rhodes come out and cut that promo saying what pro wrestling meant during the, you know, time of uncertainty.
It's like we're gonna have one of these speeches once a year. Fuck with AEW. That's the thing, right? Why didn't Tony?
And that's the thing. We're gonna have John Moxley do it right every time.
Why didn't Tony?
No, I think it's better because you saw he got booed for some reason. I don't know why the crowd was booing him. He shouldn't have. Like, it's not his fault. Like,
well, it is his fault.
Shit happens.
It is his fault. He knows it's his fault. That's why he didn't come out. I'm sorry. Someone had to say it. That's what happened. That's what happened. Because imagine him coming out and getting booed like that, straight up live on national. Bro, that's a hard pill to swallow, my friend. I don't think he's ready to handle that kind of animosity from the crowd. So,
but yeah,
reading off a teleprompter was the second option. Okay, no problem.
It was better. It was better to have a pre-recorded segment, and I think like going in front of the crowd and getting like blasted. He knew it. Like the crowd was going to be.
Vince McMahon would have came out.
No, Vince is iconic.
Vince McMahon would have came out in 3 seconds.
Yeah, what did he do?
He came out the day after.
The day after
the
screw job. Yeah,
where did he screw job? Screw job. After he fucking got accused of fucking raping 10,000 women.
That's a different thing. That's not even a wrestling world thing.
That's real life, bro.
You can't come out and dress that on fucking Dynamite or Raw. That's not a thing you address on Raw, but something you could address, the screwed bread thing. That was a pre-record. That was
never fucking was supposed to be that fucking stupid like that.
Exactly.
It was always supposed to be a fucking match, and that's it.
And
that's it.
And they did a pre-tape.
It was us. It was us, the universe, the fucking people, the fans that made it something big. That's it.
Yes,
but it
came from a pre-tape. But it came from a pre-tape. But your thing was saying that these shit came out live, and you're comparing to Vince McMahon, and we're saying that
Vince McMahon.
The McMahon's big thing was that right there.
Anyway, you're gonna tell me my opinion is wrong? Fuck you.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm stating a fact. Is what I'm saying.
Stating a fact. Everything you say is fact, and everything is. Get the fuck
I'm saying.
Out
I guess.
I'm saying.
I was just gonna say. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
McMahon's big thing in wrestling when he had to address a wrestling-related matter that was a shoot that happened in front of our eyes, aka the Montreal screw job. He knew he had to say something on wrestling TV to address it because it addressed the wrestling product.
Bro.
And we weren't supposed to know it, right?
I'm telling you right
and
now.
so he did it in a controlled environment, and he did it with Jim Ross in an interview as a pre-tape to make sure his narrative is right. And then the universe obviously, yes, took it and created the McMahon heel character out of it.
There was 25 fucking the best journalists in fucking wrestling journalism, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And none of them could come out and say what the fuck happened. Bullshit.
To quote,
bullshit. Those guys are not real fucking journalists.
To quote the game, he did what's best for business.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you get the MJF
that was a good line.
Did you get the MJF?
Yeah. No, I got better than Moses. Like that was brilliant too. Like put that on a t-shirt.
Did you get his WWE references? The American roller coaster. 2024.
Roller coaster. But just here's the thing, though. I should bring up Cody Rhodes because honestly, Cody Rhodes right now is the missing link from AEW. That's the truth, and I'll explain.
Well, it's gonna come out in the future why he left. Right?
But
this is all gonna come out in the future. You know, like in 10 years.
That.
Like fucking, we're gonna hear the interview.
Just Cody Rhodes. Like, there's an interview that's being brought up again. It was like December 2021 last year, where he was asked, with all the recent news signings from All Out of last year, you had Bryan Danielson, you had Adam Cole. You know, all these people, Malachi Black at the time coming from WWE going to AEW. The interviewer asked him, how do you see 2022 playing out? And Cody Rhodes blatantly said, it's going to be a battle royal between the two opposing sides. You have the AEW originals who are saying that, how can you WWE guys come to our house that we set up, the table that we set up for you, and try to take food off our plate, versus the WWE stars or X, wherever they've been, saying that, I've been a star everywhere I've been. but I never really watched AEW, but I'm going to come in and you got to listen to me. Basically, CM Punk in a nutshell, saying that I'm the veteran. I know how to draw money. You don't know anything. Shut up and listen to me.
How about you
but
listen to the boss?
Cody Rhodes,
how about that, guys? How about you do your job and listen to Tony, who's the boss? Not.
This is what happens when you listen to fucking Tony. Fuck. This is all what happens.
No.
If you just let me just a second.
No.
Cody Rhodes is the missing link, the bridge, because Cody was a star in WWE. Mind you, he wasn't a huge star in his first run, but he still had some high-profile matches. But he went to the indies. He worked everywhere. You know, you're really low, shitty indies, whatever you want to say. Very few crowds, a few people, and he also was on TV regularly, Ring of Honor, New Japan, TNA, Impact. So he knows both sides, and he's what basically we need. And you would think someone like CM Punk would understand that because he's wrestled in front of 5, 10, 15 people back in the day, 15 years ago. But now it seems that unfortunately it's gotten to his head. So I think Cody Rhodes predicted this. He was right. Maybe he left, he jumped the ship before this started happening. But
you know what?
I
love this shit. I love this shit. I love this shit.
Opinions are bad though. But he's right. The big takeaway is for Cody Rhodes is that both opinions are bad, saying that I'm an AEW original versus I'm the WWE guy or the big star. You have to basically coexist.
Do what's best for business, and you know what? You have to look to your leader. If your boss is booking this guy, person X to win and person Y to lose, you have to shut up and put your ego aside because all of you guys are only stars because of the people who employ you. You have to understand that they give you a platform to do your stuff. So you know what I mean. At the end of the day, egos aside. Obviously, Punk went too hard in the paint, but that if he would have overreacted there live, people would have killed him. Tony is sitting there.
Exactly.
In his head, he was saying, I'm going to have to do something now. Yeah. He didn't think there was going to be a backstage brawl, especially when the other 3 people are his fucking presidents. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure you would have had to have a meeting with them. Okay, guys, we got to finish. We got to crush this. I'm going to do something. You know what I mean? They talk it out. They would have had to do something, but... Yeah. They went out of spiraled out of control all because they have ego.
You could have just said, You could have just said, thank you, CM Punk, new AEW World Champion. Thank you for your comments.
Enjoy your muffins.
But we're going to move on to someone else. Exactly,
Go get a glass of milk there. Someone get him a fresh glass of milk.
Exactly,
for you.
Let's see what the chat has to say. Nobody wants to listen to what you want to say anymore. Nobody wants to hear what you want to say anymore. Let's see what the chat has to say. Let's bring in the chat. Let's bring in the chat.
Ace Steel.
Yeah.
Hey,
call it Ace. Ace, come get your boy. Ace, come get your boy and go get some milk or something. Fuck. We got the wrestling dorm is agreeing that Tony is 100% to blame. Again, obviously, yes, because he runs the whole thing. So you can blame him for the good and the bad. That's what comes with taking a leap. Big Joe's obviously saying what everyone's saying and the obvious. You can't have 3 people that are management and wrestlers booking themselves. Fucks everything up. We have the Spanish announce team, Vato, saying, too much drama. I'm going to back watch some ECW. Ha 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 ha. ECW, ECW.
Speaking of ECW, if Tony Khan went to the ring and basically fired CM Punk, that would be like Paul Heyman going to the ring and firing Sabu like he did in ECW. So good thing he didn't do that. No, that's terrible. No, that's bad TV.
Let's we could talk about this all night. Let's not drag it on. Let's get a segment. Some funny quotes before we get out of it. MJF, I was gonna say, I might go work for the real Con. Nick.
Yeah, that was good.
Again, the quote from the game, because I do his best for business. I was gonna note when MJF fucking went hard and took off his shirt. He's looking jacked, bro. Looking more jacked than he
was out for 3 months. What do you expect? I hope he comes back jacked. Fuck.
Yeah.
I won't even say the name of the guy that guarantees not coming back jacked.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
You could have got a real fucking tan, but that's another thing. But that fake bronzer it's a little too much sometimes.
Mox had to let him know that his theme sucks.
That was good.
He's pissed and embarrassed about what's going on. He wants to revive the passion for the AEW title. Mox wants the ball that's being passed.
Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again.
Like I said, he did a good job, but
we didn't know how it was going to happen. But now I think that the path is even clearer now. Chris Jericho is walking into AEW Canada in Toronto with the AEW World Title. He's gonna get the ovation of a fucking lifetime.
I was thinking he's gonna win it.
Fucking wait.
I was thinking
he's
gonna
winning
win
it
it.
Arthur Ashe.
No, it's Grand Slam.
What if
Grand
Moxley?
Slam.
What if Moxley wins it, but then Jericho wants to do a Moxley Jericho
what is
too?
this? A fucking
Well, that's how Jericho
Hot
lost.
potato
Jericho lost it to Moxley
no
2
hot
years
potatoes.
ago.
No more hot potatoes. You think they want to give up the title like this every fucking time?
Yeah.
They're hating it. They gotta have a fucking champion that's gonna last for fucking more
Le
than 2 months.
champion.
And no injuries.
Like I said,
fucking
give the
CM
ball
Punk,
to Jericho.
he wrestles a match, he gets injured for fucking 6 months.
it. Give it
Stay
to-
home, you fucking loser, fuck.
Give it to
Stay
Le
home,
champion.
fuck. Go eat your cake at home, fuck. Shove it up your ass.
They're the best muffins.
Best muffins, my ass.
I'm
Gross.
confused here. Was the Tony Khan announcement before or after MJF? It was after, right?
It was after.
No, it was before actually.
Yeah,
right
okay,
before.
yeah, so I fucked that up.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, he made
Yeah.
the announcement pretty much. The tournament.
Of champions, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, the tournament of champions. Then again, this brings us to the next segment, and he announced also that the trios titles have been vacated, and it's gonna be Death Triangle against the Best Friends. Like I said, this was last minute. They had to take the lemons, and they made lemonade with this match because again, I was rooting for both teams. I love both teams.
What about Dark Order?
They mentioned it on
I think someone's
commentary.
hurt.
After.
Yeah.
After.
No. They mentioned right before the match started. Excalibur said that Alex Reynolds is injured,
Yeah.
which is why they couldn't be in the match. It's true, he is injured.
Man. Yeah,
I
everyone's
know, I'm
injured.
not-
Everyone's fucking injured. Man. Come on, man.
It's wrestling,
enough.
pro wrestling.
Enough, man.
That's how it
So
Come on,
this
man.
match was fucking fun match. I was gonna say Death Triangle. I don't know if this is the first time they did this entrance. Sick entrance tonight. Is this the first time they do that?
No, I think they've done it.
Starting
I can't
with
remember
Penta,
if you
the
do it every
light,
time.
and the
Yeah,
fucking
that's
thing.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are a great showman. You gotta love them. You gotta love them.
Yes.
Smooth with their moves too. Even when they do the crazy flying shit, they don't make it look like they're setting up too long. They're fucking smooth. That's lucha. That's like the way it's supposed to be done, not just flying for the sake of flying. Yeah, I was gonna say, like I said before, I was into this match. At one point, made my decision. Man, I really want Best Friends to win. I love Trent. You know what I mean. He got that injury a while back. Chuck's been there, like these guys, and you know they have the Orange Cassidy thing. He's already got some shine, but at least it would have give. You know, I feel okay. Orange Cassidy's there, so fans will love it already, and they deserve it. And they put on a good show, and
It's funny
wasn't
now.
enough.
Everybody was bashing Bastard Pac for not having title opportunities, not winning titles.
got
Now
two.
he's got 2 of them, and I think he's the first ever AEW wrestler to hold 2 titles at the same time. Is that the
Well,
A-
two
A-
AEW titles,
the
yeah.
AEW titles, not
Yeah.
like FTR or
yeah,
Kenny
exactly.
Omega, but first AEW wrestler to hold 2
I think you're
AEW
right,
titles
yes.
simultaneously. And you know what? Good for him, man. He deserves it. Good wrestler. Let's see what you can do with it now. Let's see. Because it was just like, I mentioned it tonight. Kevin Owens won the Universal title because Finn Balor got injured. Things happen, but let's see what happens now. That made Kevin Owens who he is today. I find that was a big step into where he is today because he got the team with Chris Jericho, the best friends and everything. So it made him a bigger star by having the Universal Championship, which in the end he wasn't even supposed to even be the champion. So let's see what Pac could do. Let's see what Penta and Rey Fenix could do. Like I said, I would have rather had Orange Cassidy. I actually thought they were going to hand the ball over to Orange Cassidy and give him the title, but
Either way, it was interesting and I was into it. Like I said,
Yeah.
it was more interesting than the match that was on Sunday for the same titles.
But you're gonna tell me something
No,
else while you're
no, that
watching
match was
while you're
excellent.
watching this match
Come
and
on.
you see them win the titles. It's like, okay, did you actually deserve to win these titles?
These 2 teams?
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Either-
saying. That was
either
the
way
fun
team,
part
yeah.
about it. That
They
was the fun
definitely
part
did.
about it.
Elite was the champion.
Who cares? They don't deserve it. We even said
Yes, they
nobody
do.
wanted to see
Yeah,
them
they do
win.
deserve
this
it.
is
Yeah,
this
but
is
they do
this
deserve
is
it.
literally the best thing that could have happened to those titles.
Yes.
Those titles
Exactly.
were dead
It's the
on the
best
spot
alternative.
with that victory on Sunday. Those titles were dead on arrival because of that victory on Sunday. And you hate him. We all hate him. It's established. I'll hate him because of this fucking guy. We can't say his name on the press conference. Now we have new and the official first fucking, in my opinion, trios tag team, and it's the Death Triangle.
Well,
and
at
I
least
wouldn't have
it's
minded if either of these teams won.
The first ever Universal Champion will always be Finn Balor, even though he had it for a couple of hours. So it's the same fucking thing.
Well, the thing is, at least it's not an interim six-man trios champion. They're actually vacated.
Thank God. Thank God.
I know.
Did you see that bump when I think it was Phoenix and Penta was in the corner, and when they went, I don't know if the other guy was tossed into him and they went head to head.
Yes. Yeah.
It was like a reversal,
nasty.
and he was and the other brother was thrown into the corner. That was fucking rough.
Penta to Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, but they just got up and did a
really great fun match. Yeah. Like I love the triple Canadian destroyer at the end. It was nice. It was not expected, but I agree that like part of me wanted to see Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends win, just because this is something I know we talk about often. But Orange Cassidy, obviously, with his gimmick, he's not going to be a world champion, and that's perfect because he's not, that's like his gimmick doesn't fit the main championship of the show. But
no,
honestly, these titles fit perfectly. This and the tag titles, and maybe even the TNT would be like the most like where he should be in terms of like in the title picture. So eventually, if they didn't get it now, I think Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends are going to be future trios champions.
Wow.
So it's okay. It's not tonight. Death Triangle is still a great pick to be champions. But part of me does want to see them as well.
Titles fitting properly. It seems like it's a unanimous decision in the wrestling world. The people want to see Acclaim with those titles after that fantastic match on Sunday that stole the show. I gotta say, I love the official heel turn of Swerve. I'm loving like right away. I said, you know what? I love it. Like the way he came out. Right.
Did you know that
didn't let him say one
Did you
verse?
know that they asked Tony Khan if he thought of calling an audible during the match?
Yeah.
And he
said
no.
They asked him in front of Swerve and Lee. That's the worst part.
Right in front of Swerve and Lee. They asked him right
that was a bad
So what do you want him to say? No, what do you want him to say? Yes. Even if he thought in his head, he made the right comment.
No, because I'm saying that's what we were thinking
of
too,
course,
right? That's what I was getting to. Can you make me finish my fucking sentence before you say that my opinion doesn't matter and it's fact? Use whatever you say.
You're fucking gaslighting me before I didn't say that. I said
Mr. Gaslighter.
I said I agreed with you.
You always scream at me. Fuck, I don't understand.
I was agreeing with you. Fucking talking about Wrestling DeLoreans says Frank got me rolling, and I can see why.
we think alike. We think alike. We're realists. Me and DeLorean, fuck.
And Big Joe's not impressed with the multiple titles.
Big Joe's never impressed about nothing, fuck. When we went to fucking Bell Province, he wasn't impressed, fuck. We're still waiting for we're still waiting for those smoked meat sandwiches, Big Joe. Tabarnak.
I was gonna say,
it was closed.
Great finish, great match. That one, but Swerve was fucking awesome as a heel. People are loving Acclaim. They did a fucking great showing. Really big coming out party.
They're winning the titles at Grand Slam, right?
We're gonna see a Grand Slam. I love the segment. I love the segment.
I think they're gonna have to, but you know what? I think the Swerve should win again to even build even more heat on fucking them.
No, because you know what's gonna happen? Like you have to capitalize before the fans start turning on the Acclaim. This always happens. It's so hard to have a genuine. If they keep losing, then yes.
No, that's why they booed Tony Khan. Fuck today. That's one of the reasons why. Think about it.
I'm just saying, like. It's really hard to like get baby faces to actually get cheered as opposed to booed. Like it's so easy to just hate someone as opposed to like someone in pro wrestling, as you know. So it's like you have to capitalize. They're hot now. They're over. They're really popular with the crowd. Everyone loves doing the scissor me. So like do it now before it's too late, because then they're never going to be champions. And right now they should be, because they're very popular act. Doesn't have to be a long title reign, but hey.
The only underdog that actually won at All Out, you know who it was? Chris Jericho. Plus 250. He was plus 250, underdog, so 2.5 times your bet. Everyone else that won was a favorite. Everyone that won, kind of, you're like, okay, I know they're going to kind of win. Remember, you could probably predict the whole show kind of thing, right? Storylines have progressed, but this whole thing with Chris Jericho, I'm telling you, I think it was, and then sometimes I think this was all a setup for like, I don't know, man. I know all this stuff happened and everything got all out, but there was meetings before. People aren't talking. It's weird, man. It's weird. It gets me thinking, like, make sure you do not fucking leak anything out to the press. No one talks. let's go on with the storyline. CM Punk is going to do this. The Elite are going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, if no one's getting fired, then this is all, they're all fucking fooling us. I'm telling you right now. But in my heart, I hope it's fucking
times in
real.
wrestling. Like, it's pro wrestling. Don't forget. Like,
but that's
you
what
think
it comes
people
down
should
to
get fired,
right?
but they won't. Like,
if they
pro
get
wrestling
fired,
is different.
that means that this is real time shit here.
No,
I mean, you're not going to see CM Punk buying a ticket to come watch AEW if he's fired, right? It's like Sasha Banks. They weren't fired. There was no firing. Suspensions. People do come back after suspensions. MJF, as much as we thought it was fucking real, we knew it was fucking a wrestling angle, but it was pretty real to me. But now we see MJF back. So it's the same fucking scenario again. They're just they're just recycling it again with someone else. I sure hope this is real, man, or else I'm not going to fucking appreciate AEW as much as I used to.
Well, one thing that is for real
is those press passes.
Is that this is no longer Swerve's house. It's Papa Ass's house.
Papa Ass.
I was going to say, I love that segment because, I just love that everyone in it. Everyone, obviously, I love every time Billy Gunn touches the mic. And I like that they did it, again, one of these old makes me feel of Nitro things, the middle of the ramp. You know, it wasn't a traditional guy standing in the ring and the guy on the ramp, or a guy in the ring and the guy interrupts him. It was like he interrupted the entrance. They stayed on the ramp. The whole little segment of Billy Gunn and Swerve coming out was all just like a little promo on the ramp.
Billy Gunn, embarrassing himself.
What do you mean embarrassing himself? This guy, he's like a superstar. People
fucking
love him.
Spirit Squad member. Jesus Christ.
Don't you ever talk about?
I just did.
Billy Gunn,
I just did.
legend like that.
I just did.
He's one of the reasons why wrestling hit a point of where it was, like it or not. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you.
Stop living in the fucking past, bro.
It's not 1998 anymore.
No. We are not living in the past. Let's move forward and keep it going. So we have so it's announced Grand Slam. Acclaim versus Swerve in Our Glory. It's done. And then we have in the back, I wrote please not House of Black on my paper.
Well, Malachi Black got his release.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his if they said conditional release, so I'm not too keen on that, but they said that maybe he might be able to come back, but he's just doesn't have to do anything AEW-ish right now. And I don't know if there's.
I guess it's.
And if he is released, is there a 90 days? So I even heard there's a 180 day or something with AEW. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I think he was signed for 6 years. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 6 or maybe 5, and now I think 1 year passed. So, yeah.
But his wife's in WWE, so I'm sure, and it's a self-proclaimed Triple H guy. I could see him coming back, maybe Royal Rumble. We'll see. But Godspeed for him. I know he's injured. He has back issues and everything, so we'll see what happens with that.
There's also maybe a mental health as well. I think he wanted to take for personal reasons. So
okay, so there you go. Well, there you go. Because everyone flipped it off like he didn't want to be there because he hated AEW. There has to be some. I mean, you don't sign 5 years for a company and then want to leave after what? I think he was there for a year, 2 years, not max.
Yeah,
so.
a year. Yeah.
Something behind that. If it is mental health, get well soon. Aleister Black, and let's see him back in the fucking ring and taking out fucking Wardlow and that useless of a belt that he has on.
Speaking of Black,
Black Dynamite.
No, Dark Order. I don't know why. Kind of Black Dark.
Okay.
Dark Order in the back with Shivani about to do a promo and they get interrupted by Andrade. No, first it was Andrade's.
Yeah. I feel like this is back in the stairs there, like those
it might as well be,
yeah, back in the stairs days.
Like fuck, Andrade, like get somebody to fucking talk for you, bro.
It's bad, man. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just not working, man. It's not working.
It doesn't come off well. I don't know, man. Like,
they know what they need Andrade. They need Andrade to be Alex Abrahantes, and they need Alex to be his mouthpiece, and he just shuts the fuck up and beats the crap out of people, and says a word once in a while in Spanish. Like Penta does. Literally. That's what Andrade needs to do. They need to drop this, whatever he's doing. It's not working.
When Andrade was in NXT, he had, and even WWE, Zelina Vega, Malachi Black's wife, and that was a great pairing together. So he needs something similar, you know?
Maybe he needs
someone
Amy
who can
Rose
talk.
Amy Rose from Ring of Honor.
Sure, yes.
She was Ingo Nables, the manager when I think they were tag team champions at the time too, if I'm not mistaken, right? And I think did they have a pure championship in there too as well, Kenny King or something like that, or I don't know.
I don't remember something like that.
We'd have to find some sort of video package to refresh
Rouge.
our memory. Speaking of speaking of video packages, we got a video package recap of what happened on the women's title match on the Sunday. One of many video packages tonight. Did you guys not notice how many video packages?
They had to fucking
it
fill in the
was good
time,
to
right?
start. Yeah,
Very
it's a
heavy,
very good idea to start it too.
Very heavy
show.
video package the night tonight. And you know what? Like I said, again, at the beginning of the night, this was a really good episode of Dynamite. The flow, the storytelling, like again, what they did out of the situation. And yeah, speaking
you're so
of that,
proud, eh? Like you're so happy, AEW. Yes, okay,
AEW,
we're back on track. We're back on track, even though
you know that's why Moxley, I give him props because I, unlike you, from day one have been following this journey, and you from day one was hating the journey, and at one point converted.
What? Those are facts. Those are facts. No, it's my fucking opinion in the end.
Yeah,
and my opinion could
so
change.
why are you
like
mad
it does with everything.
Why are
so
you
go
mad?
fuck yourself.
Why are you mad that I'm happy that I enjoyed the show? And
I know what you were going with that line. Trust me, I'm not stupid.
Wait for the press passes.
Press passes, my
Alex,
ass.
press passes.
Press passes, my ass.
Yes. AEW.
Exactly. AEW.
Like AJF asked us to do.
Before I say anything,
Smoke meat on Sunday, Big Joe.
what are your thoughts on this match? The next match we got the women's champion Toni Storm against Penelope Ford.
Interim women's champion.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
get it right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was
okay.
I was pleasantly surprised with the performance here.
This fucking table, I'm
Go.
gonna smash it.
I think the match was okay. It was fine. I don't think it needed a picture-in-picture break. Honestly,
Change it,
the
it's
match.
worse.
That was the
keep
only
it, it's
thing.
good, it's good,
That's
it's
the
good.
only thing I wrote down was
It didn't have to be that long.
yeah. They shouldn't have. They should just ended it right there with a quick thing.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, I actually was working out while watching it. And I was watching the match in picture because it was right in front of me. They did it a bit off timing
We're
because
doing a chest. We're doing
shut up.
arms,
Usually
legs.
what
Tell
they
everybody
do.
what you were
Usually
doing.
what they do.
Sit-ups, push-ups.
Usually what they do is like the heel starts getting the heat throughout the break, and they come back and the heel still kind of has heat, and then now the face does the big finish and comeback, and they kind of fucked it up a few seconds where Toni Storm, I noticed, got the advantage now during the commercial break, and we came back and now she just had the advantage, which kind of screwed the finish and made it flat and like brings us to your point. Yeah, didn't need a commercial break anyway.
Yeah, just shorten it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still I don't get that match at All Out on the 0 hour with Kip Sabian and Pac. I wanted to like it because I think Kip Sabian, I've seen, he was okay. Like it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Like his in-ring is fine, but that freaking gimmick with the box face, like Daddy Magic calls him.
Yeah.
He was talking to the box. I was like, I don't know what I'm watching, but I can't get into it. And he has to show up again with this freaking box. It's
And
like,
you lose on the fucking pre-show.
Oh, boy.
Pay-per-view.
yeah.
Might as well not just have had that fucking match. Maybe just fucking
Let's get rid of the box.
More on the
know.
positivity train here.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the positivity.
I got a note. I've been watching for a little while. Oh, our friends are back. 69 Mega, come get, what is it tonight? Just random emojis. Last time it was inviting us to sex chats. Well, I was gonna say Penelope Ford, on a positive note, been there from the beginning also, and she's really come a long way, man. This was a really good wrestling match. It didn't look stagey, like, you know what I mean, like overly practiced, like they were setting it up. It really, I really enjoyed it, and she really impressed me here. Really, this is I think one of the best matches I've seen her in since she started.
What?
Penelope Ford.
Fucking match did you watch?
It was a good match.
Come on, bro.
It was a good match.
I would say a decent match. I don't know.
Well, yes,
good is a bit,
I'm not saying
a bit of a stretch.
I'm not going as 5 stars, but it was a decent match for what it was. Like you said, it didn't need to go to the break. It was just to have Toni Storm have a win on TV.
That's a good fucking point. But
didn't need to go through the break, obviously. Kip Sabian.
Well, I mean, that was bad too. Yeah.
Kip Sabian talking to the box is a poor man's Al Snow.
I was a big Al Snow fan. Right over here. What?
Oh boy, what does everybody want?
Also, Canadian legend too, no?
Not Canadian.
No, I thought he was Canadian. Either way.
You're Canadian, unfortunately.
Al Snow, another instrumental part of the Attitude Era, and
Still living in the past, eh?
Billy Gunn era.
Still living in the past, eh?
Help me, Alex.
2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I don't live with him, but I can't do a show with him in the
Wake
same
up.
room. So yeah, I enjoyed that match. Sorry to be positive and enjoy wrestling. I know the thing to be as a wrestling fan is hate everything.
No, you enjoy being entertained. You don't like the fucking wrestling. Don't tell me that. Don't fucking tell me that. You're Mr. Entertainment.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Yes.
They go
Yes.
hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
That's part of the art.
It's
it
all
has
the same
a
thing.
fine-
Don't worry. You're gonna get
fine
exposed,
mixture
my
of
friend.
all of it. It's
Don't
a fine
worry, don't
mixture
worry.
of all of it.
There's a clip montage of you talking and then saying something else. So
Why are you making this about me? We're talking about AEW.
because you're a fucking you're an ass licker. You don't want those fucking press passes so much.
Well, if someone's
Be
gonna
real. Maybe you'll give them to us. Fuck.
if there's someone that I gotta give props to and stay on the positivity
Here he
train,
is, Mr. Positivity
is
Train.
my boy, New York's favorite son of the legendary Taz,
Oh,
Hook, with a big victory on Sunday night, and it seems like Action Bronson's gonna stay in his corner here as we go to.
So that means 2.0
focus
is
on
going
a tag
to
match.
take another loss at fucking
I
Grand Slam.
love that promo. First of all, how awesome was his promo? I love fucking.
I had never heard of fucking
Matt
Action
Menard.
Jackson or Action Bronson in my fucking life.
He's
to tell you the
huge.
truth.
He's actually huge. He even has a cooking show and shit too.
Yeah.
Like
I could tell.
yeah, but he's like he's actually really mainstream, and
For who?
for
If I haven't heard of him, that means he's not mainstream.
yes, because you're a big hip hop head. Either way, I was gonna say I love aside from Hook and Action Bronson, I love the Angelo Parker Matt Menard promo here. Got me pumped. I
It's
love
Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange. Get
Sorry.
it fucking right.
perfect old school 90s promo like they're good at. I'm gonna tell like, that screaming he does. He's so good, man. Daddy Magic is fucking great. I'm loving this feud. This is a great feud. I'm again looking forward to see what happens in this one too. Another storyline that, good times. What are your thoughts on this whole?
But anyway, before that, when do you think we're going to see Samoa Joe again? The next pay-per-view, another return, or what do you think?
Oh, on Rampage, so they said it.
Oh, yeah?
We're gonna hear from Samoa Joe on Rampage this Friday.
And I hope they're not gonna. I hope they don't trademark this because I know that he was called Big Joe on fucking Sunday, which we weren't too happy about. I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard about that Big Joe, but they're calling Samoa Joe Big Joe now. So I don't know if that's gonna stick, but we'll talk about that later on Sunday when we have that smoked meat there, Joe.
Yeah. So.
And then you stop watching. Makes sense.
No, I was gonna say I wrote my notes on two different pages that don't fit together.
14 push-ups, 16 sit-ups.
And I believe if I didn't mix everything up here, it brings us to Le Champion.
Yes,
Am I correct? Yes.
yes, that's right.
And
The
Alex.
Corazon,
Two-
he had a
2.0
good
better
line. He
than
Corazon
said,
de Leon.
2.0 better
Yeah.
than those from Wrestling DeLorean.
he said Jericho started by saying that was it Ponce de Leon or Prince de Leon, like the back in the
Ponce
day,
de Leon,
the,
yeah.
Ponce de Leon like couldn't find the fountain of the youth, but the Corazon de Leon sure found the fountain of youth.
I drink it in, man.
And drink it in, man. Yeah, exactly. Brought that back. How many? Like name the list of things that Jericho has to bring back from his career. But
slowly. I think he's gonna bring every single one of them.
I
back,
hope
but
I hope this
continue.
is a Jericho run to Canada, Jericho run
It is.
to
It is. It makes sense, man.
put the company
Think
on his
about
back
it.
again.
It's not going to be John Moxley. He was supposed to go on vacation, right? So they're not going to give him the title. Jericho's staying there. For some reason, I even think it's not going to be fucking Jericho too because he's on
I think it's
fucking,
gonna be Bryan Danielson.
I think it's going to be Bryan
At this
Danielson
rate.
because
Yeah.
John Moxley was supposed to go on vacation. Jericho has a tour from fucking starting next week until fucking next year. Every fucking day, and he's coming to
Yeah.
Montreal as well. Buffon Electronic. So think about it, man. Who's going to win this? I would love to see Chris Jericho as a champion in Toronto, but if you look at the fucking look at what's going on in life here, I think Daniel Bryan and him looking at the title and everything on the way in and on the way out is kind of telling me that let's put it on someone that people respect. Because I think this next champion has to be someone that people look up to and, hey, you know what? He deserves to be the fucking champion. And if there's anybody that deserves to be the champion, the three people right there, Chris Jericho, John Moxley, and Bryan Danielson would be my three picks. Kind of disappointed that Hangman Adam Page lost that match, but we'll talk about that when it comes up. But other than that, I think one of those three should win. Like I said, I think Bryan Danielson is going to be able to become the champion and bring the company and wash that CM Punk crap taste out of everyone's fucking mouth.
Shout out to Cash Sanders. Says it's a fire show, and I love the Hangman versus Bryan. Was insane. We're not there yet. We'll get to that. We'll cover that very shortly.
Thanks for that, Cash. And anybody that hasn't subscribed to our channel that's in the chat right now watching us, take a second and push that subscribe button. It helps us immensely, and we appreciate the support from everybody out there.
So, yeah, Chris Jericho, like I said, and this is where he noted to state that it's his locker room. Did he say it's his effing locker room? It's his locker room. And
it is.
Got me fired up. I'm always feeling it. And he's the BWE best wrestler ever. What was it? BWE BC.
BWBC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag that, Tony. Not on this fucking table. Fuck.
The thing was I don't know why you can't sit on a chair where you have to lean your whole entire body forward like that. But
the thing with Jericho's comment about the backstage, I like that it was still in character and it fit the storyline. Like he didn't say, like we all know what it's alluding to, right? What we've been talking about this whole podcast.
Yeah.
But it didn't like blatantly like say it. Oh, I'm referencing what happened at All Out backstage. So
are we gonna see Daniel Garcia versus Chris Jericho?
That has to happen. Yeah, that has to happen now. I guess we'll see at the end of the show.
If Chris Jericho doesn't win the AEW title, I think he's gonna go for the Pure Championship. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe winning it in Toronto. Crowd reaction.
How about this though? Because what happened tonight, we'll get to it. But it looks like he's gonna be on Daniel Bryanson's side for a while.
Well,
but the finals of the tournament.
I know.
No. Is it gonna be
I know Tony Khan. If he had a 6-month plan from 2 months ago till in the next 4 months, so that's 6 months. I think he ripped everything up, and everything has to restart now. He has no choice. So new things will happen that maybe weren't supposed to happen.
Reset, like the first year ever. Give it to Le Champion for a bit.
What's funny though?
And he's gonna carry it for a while.
Everybody wanted CM Punk to be the heel, and look what happened. What happened.
Great
work.
He's
now a fucking heel in real life now.
Everybody talking about him.
Hates him now.
And when Tony brings him back,
this should not be surprising though.
All kinds of fucking tickets.
Well, as soon as you see an AEW in Chicago, the next event, you know he's coming back. So.
Yeah.
But like anyone who's
let's not talk about it anymore.
I hope they throw fucking chairs at him.
Yeah, let's keep it going. We know that the Jericho Appreciation Society does not like turtles, and Sammy Guevara was not paying attention because he just wanted to know how sexy they all look, and that's
and their abs.
Chris Jericho better win that tournament. Yeah, that's right, Cash.
Which brings us to Warlow walking to the ring. From the back, walking by the production team and having to tell them, yo, put my music, because they were still playing the Dynamite music like they were going to commercial break.
Oh, boy.
That was pretty funny. And he even saw him with a confused look on his face. He got to the top of the stairs and he had to look back like, yo, where the fuck's my music? And because usually they turn the music off so they can get that Wardlow chant while he walks, right? That's the whole thing. Like usually there's no music playing. They cut to him in the back and he walks to the ring and it kind of encourages the crowd.
Yeah, they did that on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't do that. They fucked it up. They had just the music playing like they're going to commercial. And here comes Wardlow coming to the ring. And he just walked right past them.
I honestly thought that right before he was going to go up the stairs or walking to the ring, it was going to stop and then look to the left and MJF was going to be there. That would have been perfect fucking TV. That would have been perfect fucking TV. But hey, this is not WWE, it's AEW. But the thing is, then he came out and said, hey, I listened to everybody, all the people on the internet, the podcast and everything. Listen up here, Wardlow. Well, listen up here, my friend. You're still not the guy you think you are, my friend. You still got a long way to go. A long way to go. Just because you are a champion doesn't mean you are the man in AEW. And someone has to take that title away from him. And I'd like to see Shawn Spears come back. Or maybe a Scorpio Sky come back and take this title away from him. Because he's been doing nothing with the fucking title. Nothing.
They have to give him somebody too, though. In all fairness,
Have a match because the
it's not
guy
him.
can't have a match.
does-
Every time it's in tag teams, it's in trios.
Yeah.
Then when he fights, it's against guys. He gets a 1, 2, 3, 10 power bombs. Everyone's happy. You are the new Goldberg. Excited? No, I'm sure you're not.
Well,
but this is
he
reality,
has
my
to
friend,
execute-
because you cannot wrestle for 15, 20 minutes and keep people interested. I'm sorry, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
If he wants to do
You
the Goldberg,
can't.
if he wants to pull up
Hope
the
he heard
Goldberg,
that.
if he wants to pull up the Goldberg thing, he just I feel he needs to execute this whole thing quicker. He
Bro,
takes
the guy
too much
can't-
time. He takes too much time
Bro,
to try
if you
and pump
can't
up the
wrestle
crowd.
for 15,
And
20
he has to
minutes,
have-
you are not in that top echelon of fucking wrestlers.
No, he's
in
definitely
professional
not
wrestling.
that. No,
But that's
especially
what
not
I'm
right now.
saying.
Yeah, exactly. But
So then he shouldn't have the title right now. Give it to somebody that could do it.
again. It's
Sammy
not,
Guevara, fucking
again,
hate him or love him
it's
or
not-
hate him, the guy could fucking do it.
It's not
so
his
put
fault.
the fucking belt
but it's
on
not
him.
his fault that they put it on him. You know what I mean? You have to. You
well,
can't,
then you have to fucking
can't-
figure it out.
You
Th-
can't put.
This
you
is
can't
professional
hate on
wrestling
his,
here, bro.
You can't hate on his performance if they're telling him
Well,
to
I
do this
am.
and they're
I'm
putting him in
sorry.
his
I'm sorry. I am. I'm
and
going
so
to.
I'm
It's my
saying
fucking opinion. In the end.
he has something, but there's just something missing. Whether it be
Yeah,
the opponent,
MJF.
the opponents are giving it exactly
That rub of an MJF.
Exactly this type of a
Maybe
face
you have to bring in Big Show to be his fucking his manager or something. Well, maybe that'd be a good idea.
Exactly.
You know, you need someone to rub off on. It
Exactly.
seems like everybody in AEW needs someone to get a rub off somebody.
No,
Just
not
do it
everybody,
yourself.
but that
do it yourself. DIY.
a
Steve.
classic monster guy like that needs to have a
It's
mouthpiece.
enough of the excuses, man.
Because it
come
adds to
on.
the mystique. You don't hear him talk a lot, which you don't want. You want to come out.
Well, we did
beat the
tonight.
crap out of people.
Well, that's
with
what he did.
He does. He brings the intensity.
Yeah, but you're a champion. You can't. This is not the WWE superstars at 12 o'clock on Saturday when we see fucking squash match. You have a fucking title. You are a champion. You have to fucking
Yes.
show that you are a champion. So go and fight a guy like Sammy Guevara for fucking 15, 20 minutes. Go fight a Wheeler Yuta.
He doesn't book himself. I don't understand where
Yeah,
where it's
but
coming
I'm
from.
not
You know what I
talking
mean?
about
Like, he
him, but-
doesn't book himself. I don't know. Like I understand where you're coming from, but he doesn't book himself.
Who am I supposed to complain about?
We have to
Complain
talk
then?
about this match and what
Complain
he's-
to somebody here, I'll tell you that.
What he's trying to do with what they're giving him to do. You know what I mean? Can't fantasy book. Yeah, we can fantasy book all night long. Like that's not what we're doing here. We're talking about what we saw and what he had to do. And I'm saying, Alex, in this match, like I know what they're trying to do, and like I'm trying to say here, it has to be executed a little quicker. With the intensity is there, but there's a little too much. A few extra minutes of like it dips. He's got to come out, have like what did Goldberg do? Was the spear, maybe a second spear. He had like fucking, you know what I mean? Then the jackhammer.
two moves. Jackhammer,
the-
yeah.
the five-
you know
the
what I mean?
five
But like
moves of
fast,
doom.
but fast.
We
you
had
know?
two.
Fast. It's about the execution. It's like a comic, right, or
Yeah.
whatever. If you have the joke, but it's the timing, right? It looks good,
He
you
had a
know.
good super kick though, Goldberg. I think. Remember?
Yeah, he had a super.
kick.
Yeah, he had a
to
super
talk about a
kick,
super
spear.
kick.
Yeah.
No.
Then
We
he
don't
had
talk
that-
about Goldberg's super kick.
Then he had
you
that
know why.
fucking backwards fucking flip there that he did there. I don't know.
But,
Warlow is in the same boat as Jade. Like they put them in this position too quick, but it's not their fault. But now they have to. We're watching them learn in front of our eyes, like and develop in front of our eyes. Like
Fucking please
It's
develop.
not their
embarrassing,
fault.
Fuck. It's the same fucking
they
shit
just
every
need,
fucking week.
yeah, they just
Getting
need
fed
a
up.
better challenger for Wardlow. Like I know that
Or put
they
him
are
into
doing
a
the same
story.
thing with. Yeah, they just need we just had Jay Lethal, but need someone else similar, like as a heel, to give him a half decent match. Because the squash matches are fine, but
Yeah.
you're gonna run out of them so quickly. You can't do that every week.
Jay Lethal was a good idea, but I don't think they executed it right.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Now they can't go back to
Jay
it because they
Lethal's
look stupid.
yeah, it's
after,
a kind
right?
of a guy they could have
Yeah,
had a
you
nice
really
long
lost,
promo.
yeah.
They could have had a nice long like little. Like,
Sean Spears would
storyline
be
with them.
great, but is it believable? No,
Revisit,
because
the pinnacle. Yeah.
you know what I mean.
But-
Like you know that Warlow
Whatever.
will destroy him in 3 seconds. It seems like everyone that gets in front of Warlow is getting destroyed here. Maybe
Well-
until he gets to AEW fucking Toronto and
Makes
Jeremy
sense,
Prophet
yeah.
comes down the aisle. That'd be great. But
Well, we'll see. But for
We'll
now, we know one thing that we're getting for sure is
Powerhouse
Sammy.
Hobbs, yeah, exactly. Powerhouse
Sammy
Hobbs would
Guevara-
be fucking. He ain't give
Yeah,
a
but neither should lose that though. That's the thing.
We're getting a wild
That's
card
the only
match.
problem. Who wins?
We got a promo package for Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin in a wild card match for the tournament.
Fucking all
That's
kinds
gonna
of
be at
fucking-
Rampage, I believe.
Yes, this
Yeah,
Friday.
the Rampage.
That's right.
Probably just
Uh,
happened right now. We'll get the spoilers
yeah,
later.
and which brings us to the match that Cash, I believe, was saying in the chat before: Hangman Adam Page versus the American Dragon.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you though, Alex. If they come out with spoilers, right, for Rampage, it comes out tonight, right? And then we know what's gonna
Yeah.
happen on Friday. Do you read them? Like, tell me the truth.
Yeah, I read them.
And-
yeah,
okay.
and it tells me if I want to watch it or not.
Okay.
That's why I read
So,
them.
but then do you actually watch it
really?
after?
I'm the.
Wait, let me answer.
Yeah. Well, you just,
Do I watch it if I read that it was a good match? I'll watch it. but-
Okay. So that's
Yeah.
that. For me, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. If I know that it's two guys are gonna have a great match and the details are, but it takes away from me
Yeah,
because
don't
I
you
was
kinda
gonna
wanna
already
find
watch
out?
it already.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I
that
guess.
I'd rather see if I'm gonna watch it, and if I miss it, I'll refresh
Yeah.
before like I watch the next show.
Because then you got to think it's only an
Yeah.
hour too, right? So it's perfect.
Yeah,
It
it's
goes
an
by
hour.
like
Yeah.
that. It's 3 matches.
Worst
but-
case, you just go on their Twitter for like 10 minutes and you get updated. Quick,
Yeah.
quick fucking clip. Okay, that
I
happened.
just
that
wanted to know
happened,
because a lot of people ask me, "Oh, but if you watched, if you're excited about the spoilers, you still watch it?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But sometimes
When- when they-
I
for
want to
example-
see what's gonna happen.
When they taped SmackDown like before Cardiff with the double taping, I
Yeah.
still watched it afterwards when
Yeah.
it aired, even though I knew the results a week in advance.
Yeah.
Still watched it.
Which was one of their highest rating fucking Smackdowns in a while, too, which is pretty crazy.
They're
But
killing
anyways,
it, the
it's
ratings,
great, It's
the
good.
WWE,
It's good.
yeah.
It's good for wrestling, man.
So-
It's good for wrestling.
Yeah.
Let's see if it dips over to AEW now. You know
What
what I mean?
did what did you go? What stood out to you, gentlemen, in this match? And did you like it as much as our friend Cash
Which
Sneakers?
It's
Hangman-
Danielson and Page,
Hangman.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
I like the match. I'll just say that they have great chemistry against each other. Their first 2 matches were fantastic.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the hour draw they had, but I think their rematch where Hangman Page beat Danielson was even better.
Yeah.
Because I
Second
find
one.
it was, yes, it was half the time, and it had like double the intensity to me.
Yeah.
Like you knew that, they already went the limit 60 minutes, so like they're not wasting any time. They're just gonna beat the shit out of each other and get a winner. This match was very, very good. I enjoyed it. Lots of great wrestling. The only thing I'm not a fan of, and I'll explain, is the finish, the roll up, the O'Connor roll that Danielson did. Only because they've done this so many times in the last week, AEW. They did it twice on Rampage. The first 2 matches last week, if you guys watched, it was the same finish, a schoolboy, 2 matches in a row, and now we have another roll up. It's like, I don't think it hurts Hangman that much to take a loss here if it was going to be Danielson winning. Part of me wanted to see Hangman Page win because I think he does need to kind of recover from the slump that he's in.
It would have
after
been a
losing
perfect
the
story for him
title.
too, right?
I wanted to
Yes.
ask you guys.
Yeah.
Is Hangman Adam Page right now in this whole situation? What's going on? Is he the Triple H of the curtain call?
Well, no.
Like, is he the one that's part of the clique in this scenario that did the bad thing?
That's a good one.
But didn't really do enough of the bad. You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
supposedly he left before that all happened. That's the story.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
But,
the
but,
story.
but
yeah,
something
that-
he said helped spiral all
yeah, it
of
was
this.
all become, but nobody. But the thing is,
But they're
what
not gonna
he
get rid
said-
of him. You know what I
no,
mean?
but
Like,
what
we're not
he-
gonna get rid of you, but you're gonna be a high profile
no, but
job.
whatever he said to light the fucking the fire, only got figured out later. Nobody talked about it when it happened, so nobody figured
That's
it out.
it. That's why was Punk complaining about it? Like
That's
this
what
is
I'm
like
saying.
3-4 months ago. No one's talking about it, and he just goes on rant on the podcast, the press conference. Anyways.
and in the ring the week before, right, when he challenged
Yeah.
him. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Either way, a great match. Great match.
Yes, really good.
CM Punk
Split
loser.
the people. It's up for debate on the finish. But one thing that's not up for debate, and I'll say this, and I know
Is
it's
the circle of debate.
No, I know this guy is gonna get riled up when I say it. My boy, badass, sexy boy Jack Perry, with a good promo here. Good promo. In a quick pre-tape,
You
obviously.
just want to like him. That's what
No,
it is.
no, no,
I
no.
can
Come
see it
on,
in
hear
your
me out.
face.
Hear me out. In this,
But I agree.
Good
I agree.
listen, he had to in this promo bring up the fact that Christian's injured and he's not gonna be there for a while, and then
Did somebody say
and then turn his focus on Luchasaurus, and he had to do it with fire. Did the whole for all those times that you brought me out with me on your shoulders, but it was me carrying you on my shoulders with as champions. And it was a great promo here, considering the heat he's been getting for his promo.
No. That was a fucking
Listen to it,
bad
man.
promo,
This
considering
right here,
what
promo-
happened.
The promo you had tonight was bad.
So we're just gonna forget what happened at All Out then.
What do you mean?
We're just gonna
Yeah.
forget that he
Why?
fucking got embarrassed for 2 seconds there
Again,
after having probably the
are
best
you
storyline.
Why are you judging his promo tonight on the fact that the Christian was injured
'Cause it's
and his
storyline
boss,
progression.
his boss booked this match to go this way? Again, what does that have to do with this segment I'm talking
Another
tonight.
reason why
I don't
this guy
understand
loves
that
the
logic.
entertainment and doesn't
I don't
love the
understand the
wrestling.
logic. We're
That's
talking
what
about
it is.
we're talking about
That's what it
Jungle
is.
Boy's performance in this promo that we saw on
Expose
Dynamite.
yourself. Expose
Not
it.
you keep going to other things. I'm talking about Jungle
Please,
Boy's
man.
promo, Alex, tonight. What he had to say in this promo, the message he got across. How did he do? Is what I'm asking.
I think short promos like pre-tapes like this are like favorable for Jungle Boy. It's going to be his strength right now. You know, like when he does
Let's
the
hope.
long
Let's
promos
hope,
live
fuck.
in front of the crowd, it can go either way. You know, sometimes he's been good, other times it's been
Somebody say
questionable.
debate. Circle,
So
sorry.
keep it short. Yeah.
Go good. It's a circle debate. Like, did somebody say debate?
Go follow them on social media and YouTube.
Shout out Ivan, always watching.
So I guess
But
you say circle
keep it
debate
short.
you say circle debate 3 times on a podcast, they appear. Fuck, that's crazy. I love
for,
it. I love it.
For Jungle Boy, it's better to keep them short and keep them in
Yeah.
pre-tapes. I think he did really good here. Like he got the point across. You know, it happened. Whatever happened at All Out, which was a freaking TV angle on a pay-per-view
Yeah.
with Christian, happened,
But
and now he's going after Jungle
got injured.
Luchasaurus. Yeah,
Like,
but that's the thing. Like they should have just like
postponed it or
say, like,
something.
postponed the match. It's like bullshit. Honestly, like that's like a WWE move, and that's a negative thing. Because, but anyways,
Exactly, but they made it happen. They did the best that they had to do. But I like the fact that this could be Dark Luchasaurus against
yes,
Jungle Boy for a
'cause
bit.
his
And if if you
turned
haven't
again.
watched anything of,
You think he's gonna turn again?
if you haven't watched
There's still time.
if you haven't watched anything from Jungle Boy or Jack Perry, as I should say, in the last like few months, and you just saw his promo, it came off believable compared to the last few times he had to do this.
Pre-tape fucking promos don't do it for me, my friend.
I've seen a lot of guys have a lot more experience than him do worse pre-tape promos, so we
Yeah.
don't have to talk about that.
It's 2022. Stop living in the
Great
past.
job,
again.
Jack Perry. Great
Yeah.
promo.
Yeah.
Again, here
Yeah.
we're on the positivity train. Let's go to the chat here. What's
8
going on?
takes. I
Some
heard
paragraphs.
that promo took 8.
I'll
We
give
know
my-
someone that'll do it in 1. Please, fuck. Come on. 3 tapes. Come on, fuck.
It's
live
circle
television,
debate here.
fuck.
Let's do a little. He says, "I'll give my take tomorrow. If y'all want to know, join me. Let me know. Message me. We'll be going tomorrow live at 9:30 Eastern time, discussing AEW tomorrow. If you guys want to join, let me know."
No, if he's gonna be on, I'm not watching. Fuck. This fucking sellout over here.
Ivan, we'll hit you up in the chat. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. Check the schedule, for sure. 9:30. That's unusual. Usually you go on and
He's from Cali. He's 3
I know.
hours
Yes, it
behind.
usually goes on late when I'm like going to bed, and I watch it like next day or whatever. Either way, Circle Debate. Check them out. They always have great stuff coming out. And speaking of great stuff, let's get back to more great AEW Dynamite action that we got here tonight on a fantastic episode on a Wednesday night. I could feel the energy coming from Frank right now. We look
Oh man.
look to Jericho. I don't know why I wrote that here, but Stokely.
Are those
coming
all
out-
guys from MLW?
His crew, his
no.
whole crew.
His whole crew?
Well, you have Lee Moore, AEW guys,
Yeah.
Ethan Page,
I know,
Lee
but like,
Moriarty,
were they? Because I know
As Boys.
because on Sunday, Ivan said that Stokely was involved with MJF and MLW back in the
Yes.
day.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm
Yeah, I
thinking
think
like,
involved
all
too.
those guys
Yeah.
were in MLW somehow, or maybe trying to do a fact. Because I'm thinking of something like what's going to happen here with this. When you said about Cody Rhodes and that, can there be something like a ex WWE guys versus the original AEW guys versus maybe MLW guys or Impact guys, Honor No More guys? Like, you know what I mean? Like some kind of invasion, somewhat kind of thing.
I don't know. That'll be too confusing. I think we have
would be,
enough
but
like
I don't know. It just
brands
seems
to
like it's-
remember. ROH, AEW, New Japan.
Why so many
you know.
Yeah.
factions and like? But that was a great point by Ivan there. He that caught me out of left field when he said Stokely, because we were trying to figure out who the fuck was the Joker. I'm like, well, it can't be MJF. It could be, but then Ivan came out and said he was involved with fucking MJF and MLW. So like, wow, bingo. And then look what happened, and here we are, you know. But
Yeah.
well, let's
But
see what
even,
happens.
like,
But
the
that's-
music,
it's
yeah,
just
the
it's
music.
just another faction of guys that are not doing anything, just all in a faction now. You know what I mean? We didn't hear like okay, we would think now who's the leader now? Who's the leader of that group
Stokely.
now? Stokely. He's not a wrestler. He's a
That's
manager.
the-
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's his group. He's running it. And I was gonna say there's this new
It's like
look.
the Dangerous
Stokely, the no
Alliance, you know?
glasses, more serious, straight up serious, being an asshole.
He's
I
more
loved it.
so you're telling me he's more intimidating than fucking CM Punk or fucking these guys? Like, I'm
He's
supposed
a
to be
manager.
scared
But
of
he-
fucking
mouthpiece.
but he has-
Stokely.
Are you supposed to be
but
scared
he
of
has
Paul
big,
Heyman? He's a great manager and a great mouthpiece. I don't understand.
he has W. Morrissey to back him up. So
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
you got to be scared of Stokely. Like he has the muscle. Like he has the huge guy Morrissey. I'm not a huge fan of the Gun Club being in there. I find they don't fit in. The other ones make sense.
Like I said, they're just put in there just because. Like I
don't know if they fit.
They need something to do.
We'll see. I'll give it time.
I kind of liked. I kind of feel like they did look like they fit in. They need to have a tag team in the crew.
No.
They need to be away from their dad for a bit and get into a new story.
That's true.
And
be
this
away
is a
from
good
their
way,
dad,
you know. They've been employed by an asshole, you know. So that'll tie in later down the line when they want to turn them face or whatever. Do something.
Grand Slam for.
I think it'll be way past. I feel when they go back to Billy Gunn won't even be with the Acclaim perhaps anymore. You know what I mean? Like I feel that's how long it'll drag.
You better not turn on them.
Well, the way things happen in AEW, anything can happen tonight, and then something will change tomorrow.
We found out, and tonight all the stuff that happened, like including the Stokely promo and the new look Stokely and his crew. Did he give it a name? Did he coin a name?
No, he just called himself the King of the Ladder match, which was pretty funny.
yeah, King of the Ladder match. So again, loved it.
No name yet.
Yeah. Shout out to Stokely, I believe, is taking up more of a backstage role too. Apparently, correct? I don't know if you guys know anything.
No,
about
I didn't know.
Well, no, for real in backstage, like as of a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's the ticket guy in the front. He's
taking
the tickets.
He's
the guy that's going to give you the press passes. He's going to keep them at roll call.
As a journalist, I am that I cover this.
You're a journalist,
and I dig deep.
All of a sudden, you're a journalist.
I believe.
Me, fuck. What happened?
If you're not careful, Stokely's gonna hit you with the microphone.
I went to sleep Sunday night, and Wednesday he's a fucking journalist now. This guy.
That's I dig deep. I look for the stories. I like to see what's breaking out there. You know what I mean? Stokely.
Keep digging.
So yeah, I do believe Stokely has taken up more of a role backstage in the last few weeks. I'll find out more on this Stokely.
Stupid idiot.
I'll do my journal.
Oh my God! Yeah,
I'll dig deep. I'll do my journalism.
Go get the
thing.
golden shovel there in the corner.
And then speaking of my journalism thing, I'm not gonna dig deep on West Side Gun, who I believe may have ruined a great entrance for Daniel Garcia at home. I don't know who this guy is. Horrible fucking song choice. Horrible,
was it better than fucking Bryan Danielson's at the All Out?
No, not even close. Not even close.
At least it was the same song.
At least Danielson's fucking thing is an upbeat song. The guy came out hype. You know what I mean? This was like a slow, like you just took fucking lean and fucking, you know what I mean? And
that's when you have to call Dev Dibs. And
yeah, man, what the? I'm not even hating. I'm a hip hop fan from a long time. This was terrible. This performance and this guy.
If you don't know who he is, then we have no chance. Me and Frank.
You're finally talking some sense on the show for once.
This was a terrible idea.
Wow, keep it going, bro.
Thank God Daniel Garcia came out right after the first verse and got that crowd pop that everyone was waiting for. Because this really. Fucking like maybe it was on purpose, really like put you down before you get the big pop to make it bigger. But man, this guy didn't work. But shout out Daniel Garcia at home with a big, probably I guess biggest match of his career at this point.
The biggest obvious. Chris Jericho guaranteed Kevin Owens winning the Universal title that night when he won it in that fatal 4-way, and he guaranteed that Daniel Garcia was going to win tonight. So you know what, Chris Jericho. You are a wizard, my friend. I'm convinced now. That's for sure. But I think it was a bit predictable, to tell you the truth. Buffalo, hometown, the whole thing. I thought maybe Jericho was going to screw him over, and maybe that's what they wanted everyone to think. Because I know how Chris Jericho thinks that way too, in a sense. Because I think that and there's no build up to it too, right? They had their matches before, but storyline wise. Just hometown guy against the champion, right?
Well, I believe it's because his win that he got a chance to go for the title. No,
was it that?
Yeah, they wrestled each other before. Yuta and Garcia and AEW.
Is that because he beat Bryan Danielson to get that shot, or did they say why he was getting a title shot, or?
I don't remember. I'll be honest.
Well, they didn't.
Well, either way, for the pure wrestling fan, that's what it's about. This is a Ring of Honor title. This is for pure wrestling, right? So he doesn't need a huge sports entertainment storyline, but it did
We had
kind of.
Caprice Capola.
The storyline was more
Caprice
around
Coleman
Daniel Garcia.
on commentary.
Yeah,
as well.
that's his. I want to ask what his name was. He's great. I love him.
Yeah.
Gives it that professional sound.
That's cool. They bring in the Ring of Honor guys. That's basically telling us that there's something in the horizon for Ring of Honor. I'm sure Eden Riccaboni is going to be there too as well if they do have a show. But
They always have Bobby Cruz on the ring announcer as well.
there you go. Yeah, so it's authentic. It's like what you say, like when they had the WCW commentators come out and stuff like that. Remember when you said it was WW? That's keeping that aura alive, and it's cool. I like that.
Well, speaking of liking that, what did you like? What did you not like in his main event? Alex, shoot to you. I know you're.
Yeah, I didn't catch quite the ending of it, but so I have to rewatch it. But from what I saw, it was a very good match.
Yeah.
I think they're both great wrestlers. Yeah.
Did you catch this one spot that I absolutely hated that ruined a good wrestling match? When they're on their knees just slapping each other. Like I know it's the Chinese whatever Japanese strong style shit. But sometimes it ruins a match when it's done too much or done they're fighting and all of a sudden they stop and just have a slap match. They just start slapping each other in the face.
That's to get the crowd into it.
I know,
it's
but
it's a cheap way to get the crowd into
wrestling,
it.
Wrestling, when you stop and you slap you just start slapping each other in the face.
Okay, it's like Gunther and Sheamus.
And you're not trying to move out of the way. They
did chops, like they stood there and then they did chop for chop. Woo, yes, boo, yes. That's what you're trying to get the crowd back into it because
but
they sensed that the crowd was fucking sleeping, and at one point it looked like they were sleeping, then they came back. The crowd.
But remember how they used to do back in the day when they
Yuta at one point
when they used to do chop back and forth, sort of chop sessions back in the day. It used to be like a guy would get a guy in a corner.
Did you watch the Sheamus match?
Hold on, get him. No, I didn't watch any of it.
You should.
But they used to get the guy cornered and they get a chop or two, and that guy would get pissed off, try to move out of the way, and then they get that guy in the corner, get his chops in, or reverse Irish whip. Now they just don't even do all of that, trying to struggle out of trying to get away from the chop.
It's different. It's a pure championship match.
It's a Japanese strong shit where it's like they don't try to get out of the way. They stand there and hit me in the face.
There's different rules in this match.
It is Japanese strong style. This has been happening since like the 80s. So it's nothing new. 80s, 90s.
And I feel I don't.
And even on the indie scene since like 2002.
They must execute a little more fluently than that. Like it takes out of the match sometimes. You know what I mean? Like that. They're having a good back and forth. One guy's trying to get away from the other guy, get a reversal, do wrestling moves, and. Okay, now we're not even trying to get away from each other, just fucking smack you.
It's pro wrestling. Like it's like it's
I
like
know
to
what it
one up
is. That's
each
what I'm saying.
other.
I'm not gonna hate on it too
much.
I understand at least the
it's
forearms or the fake punches in the face. Now it's like bitch slapping to the face. Like Jesus Christ.
Well, they're pump strikes, not really slapping. They're open hand pump strikes.
Yeah. But
some of them open hand slaps.
Hey, great. Anyways, to say great, you missed the ending, so I'll just say it was a great moment, a great ending. There was he stood up. We were waiting for is Yuta gonna honor the rules and shake his hand. While that's happening, we have Bryan Danielson coming to the ring, looking a bit like he's pissed. You know what's gonna happen here. Yuta shakes the hand, and then Bryan Danielson grabs the belt and goes to.
Title. Belts hold up your pants.
On the belt.
No, we can say belts now. It's okay.
Championship belt.
Vince is not there.
And he, quote unquote, crowned Garcia. And which I was kind of saying before, I think what that is that they're really baby facing him. Bryan Danielson is now like in his corner.
Bryan Danielson couldn't even keep a smile on his face.
Garcia is going to screw over Daniel. Garcia's gonna screw over Danielson.
Jericho's too much, man.
For Jericho when the time comes, maybe something to do with the title. But Garcia's gonna help Jericho.
And let's see because now it builds the intrigue. Will Daniel Garcia come and help Bryan Danielson or Chris Jericho? Because I'm sure Garcia's gonna come down to the ring in that match. And who's he gonna choose? Who's he gonna choose?
It's gonna be Jericho.
He's gonna have the chair in the hand. Who's gonna choose? Who's gonna choose? He's gonna hit Bryan Danielson in the head.
I may not even be out of line by saying that Jericho's gonna win the title, like you said. That title might go to the Jericho Appreciation Society as well. Well, he already has it.
Now you get your rematch with Daniel Garcia versus Bryan Danielson for the Pure Championship. That's what you get. That's the storyline. That's what you get.
Yeah. But I think there's going to be a moment where the JS may have title, may have gold. Jericho may want to have that.
Well, they
moment.
all lost their gold.
I could even see. I could even see Angelo Parker and Daddy Magic going for after the Acclaimed ones down the line for the tag titles.
They'll get shots at it, but they're not going to win it right off the bat.
No, down the line.
They'll get shots at it because they're only one of the only heel fucking tag teams out there. Like
exactly,
that makes sense.
Exactly.
The Gun Club.
No, the Gun Club's not in that category yet. So when the Acclaim hopefully finally wins, when they want to put them into a long-term storyline, that you could probably look to those guys. The JS.
Or what about the Elite? The Elite.
What a great show without any of that influence. What a great show, man. Great wrestling show.
They got screwed.
Everything was great. I loved it. I love the show. Maybe it's a coincidence that it has nothing to do with any of their influence or not. I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence.
There was pulling hair and biting. Like, what kind of fight was that? Like, what is like
fight of savages?
Like, what the hell's going on here? And by guys that you would never even think, like everyone's just like they would never see young bucks in a fight. Supposedly they're the nicest guys in the world. They are pricks, but they're not guys that would push their grandmother down the stairs like you would do. You know, like the animal that you are.
Exactly. Which helps.
Get out of the way,
I was gonna say, they're fighting all for stupid pro wrestling sometimes. You know.
But you know what's crazy? We kept saying it. I said it last week. They're doing it like the NWO did it back in the days, but like it's not a storyline. We know that they are actually the fucking bosses, and they're actually making themselves win everything and always be on top. And it's kind of getting fucked up. And now all this happens.
If they don't come out tomorrow and say CM Punk is fired, then it's. I think we're all getting fooled over here. I think we're all getting fooled. Suspensions, but the one thing that has to come to mind is that remember when we said someone gets injured, Tony Khan said, "I don't like taking the title away from them. I like to have an interim." There was no interim this time around. So think about that. Yeah. That's what you have to think about. So now the tables have turned. Now.
Maybe he just clears house. Fuck. Wow. Who knows? But one thing we do know.
We'll know sooner or later. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna
leak out. Someone's gonna fucking say something, you know. So
it's gonna get out.
It is what it is.
We know that we will be back here next week.
Yes, we will.
Following AEW Dynamite, I'd like to thank everyone.
Unless the AEW Dynamite they stop going on TV, but we'll be here next week.
They'll be there, and this is just adding to the I guess the storyline of just professional wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Hate it or love it. People are talking about it, and people are interested to see what's gonna happen. And we didn't have this since fucking 25 years ago, so. It's fun. It's a fun time. It's a fun time to watch. WWE is on its way out of in a new direction as well. A lot of great stuff to look forward to, and we'll be covering it all here on Jofo in the Ring. But for now,
it's not Jofo.tv.
Jofo.tv?
No, this is Jofo in the Ring.
This is Jofo in the Ring.
Okay.
This is Jofo in the Ring.
We change names once
a week. The Jofo in the Ring Wrestling Network.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
We bring you all kinds of wrestling content. We have live coverage from Wrestling Academy here in Montreal. We have AEW Dynamite live.
Lutte Academy from
Quebec. In Quebec. We have our Jofo in the Ring podcast, our flagship show.
I was going to ask you.
And
you're telling everybody you're training. Are you going for the 2023 Lutte Academy, or what's going on? What's the story?
I'm going to be on the production team.
You signed contracts
I'm trained to be on the production team.
Sandbag me like that.
Trained to be on production.
Okay, Jacques. We'll see what happens with that.
Hey, you know me. When they need
yes,
it,
I do.
When in doubt, you just call upon the God to hit that gorilla position, and I make the team proud.
Well, I can say a lot of things right now, but I'm not. But everybody out there, remember, wrestling is life.